You don't. You don't, and you don't, and you don't. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy Live Show brought to you by FYF. I mixed it up today, JL. I usually say FYF Live Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my hoodied co-host, John Luke Garofalo. How you doing today, my friend?
Fantastic, Simon. Sun is out, and I'm alive.
Sun is out, guns are in, and we are both alive. Guns covered. JL, thank you for doing that. It would make me feel a little self-conscious. But we're going to see some serious guns this week at the NFL Combine. Those dudes are strong. Those dudes are buff. They're going to bench press. They're going to run. They're going to jump. And we're going to watch all of it and start familiarizing ourselves with this 2026 rookie class. I know some of y'all are probably already ahead of it, but we're not. This will be the beginning, and then we will obsessively look into them from this point going forward. Until the Combine, though, they are college kids. Once the Combine hits, then there are NFL boys. Joe, today I've got some Combine trivia for you. Don't worry, it is not about the upcoming prospects. It's about a variety of topics surrounding the Combine. We'll get into that, but before we do, it's franchise tag season, and we got another big one yesterday. Kyle Pitts is expected to be franchise tagged by the Atlanta Falcons. What do you think about this move by them? Do you think it makes sense?
No. I mean, I guess it makes sense. What is blocking them from signing Kyle Pitts? If they want Kyle Pitts, why don't they just sign Kyle Pitts? I don't think he's going to command an insane amount of money.
I don't know. I think they don't want to sign a dude to a long-term deal who's had a good rookie season, then a good last season. I think they want to see him do it again next year before they sign him to a long-term deal. If he doesn't, I fully expect them to let him walk after the end of this season and go get that paycheck from somewhere else. But I kind of like the move by the Falcons. I think they're hedging their bets a little bit. This dude balled out with Matt Ryan in his rookie season, then did nothing for years. And then last year put together a good season. Not elite. He was all pro, but it wasn't like a holy shit, knocks your socks off type of season. So the Falcons are kind of hedging their bets a little bit in my eyes and saying like, dude, you got too much potential to let you walk at this point, but we'll give you $16.5 million and do it again. Do it again, show us, and then that long-term deal is yours, baby.
That's a good point, Simon. I guess I wasn't thinking about like if they were undecided, then maybe that could make sense, but it just doesn't feel like you have to even pay him that much, because once you franchise tag him, he's going to get a salary that's like, forget how it works. It's like the top five.
16.5 million is his expected salary for next season.
I guess if you have the cap for 1 year to do this 1 year experiment, then I'm with you, Simon. It's not strategically, it's not a bad move, but it doesn't feel like a George Pickens type move where it's like, oh, okay, there's some actual stakes here.
I'm gonna check Spot Track here and see what they expect his market value to be, because I am curious.
Yeah, that's a good thought. While you do that, we got Rachel in the chat said, just sneaking by to say hi while I'm at work. Shh. Okay, we'll talk really quietly. Sorry, Rachel. I'll listen to the replay later, but you will get an exclusive Tuesday morning hello now. What's up, Rachel? What's up? We're talking quietly for you, but we're happy and we're hyped. What's up? Good morning, Tuesday. It's trash day.
Man, unfortunately, since he was franchise tagged, it has been taken off of their list of free agents and what his expected market value is.
That's annoying.
That is very annoying, but let's see. His average salary over the last couple of years was $8.27 million. We can look at some similar names and see what we think they're going to be hitting.
It's double what they had to pay in the last 2 years. Right? You said 8 before?
Eight. David Njoku's expected to get about 10 million, and I would put Kyle Pitts probably around that. Travis Kelce, 10 million, and he's 36 years old.
Travis Kelce, 10 million, Kyle Pitts, 16 million.
But for 1 year.
I don't know.
Dallas Goedert is expected to get 6 million. Taysom Hill, 2 million. Tyler Higbee, 5 million. Like, when I think we're looking at this, they've got the cap space this year, it sounds like, to not have to commit long-term. They've got a new general manager in there. They've got Matt Ryan in there, a new head coach. Maybe it's this new staff going like, we're starting fresh, but like this could be a good piece, but let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is the opposite of starting fresh.
We got Dynasty Dave stopping by in the chat. What up, Dave? Hope it's all good in Toronto. Probably colder there than it is where I am.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
It is going to be a nice 75 degrees and sunny outside today here in San Antonio, Texas.
Cold and windy in Baltimore.
Don't worry, I only get to enjoy this for like another couple weeks before it's literal hell
Yeah.
on earth for
Yeah.
like 6 months.
That's a good point. You have your best time of the year ruined in that state. So
Oh yeah, I get
can't really
reverse
complain.
reverse seasonal affective disorder in San Antonio, where all summer I get like depressed
Sounds
because
real.
the sun's out and it's amazing, but like you can't go outside because you'll die. Like your dog can't walk outside without shoes on, or they'll like permanently burn the bottoms of their feet.
Yeah,
If you don't get outside before 6 a.m., you're
the floor is
screwed.
lava.
The floor is lava, and we're not just talking about the black concrete. The white concrete is lava too.
All the floor, the
And
grass,
all the
too.
grass is dead, so the brown dirt is
dirt.
also lava. Everything's
dirt.
lava for the whole summer. Man, the floor is lava would be a great combine game, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Like set up a bunch of props and like I feel like it would show off multiple things. Like it'd show off their ability to leap, it'd show off their agility, it would show off their critical thinking, like finding the gap, finding the path.
You know, Simon, now that we're talking about it, what's stopping them from just making the Pro Bowl the same thing as the combine, but just with different people?
Like do the like
Yeah,
have all
hole in
these
the wall
people show
game.
up and have them do like 40-yard dash, have the best players in the NFL compete in a 40-yard dash. You know what? They would get into that.
Yeah, like maybe some of the games switch up, but then some of them stay. So like you keep some of the Japanese game show games. You keep in the combine, you know, you have to do some more combine drills that give you information, like really that detailed information, the 3-cone drill, the 40s, all that. But then you mix in some funness, like a little bit of flag football, maybe a little bit of dodgeball. Who knows? If I saw a bunch of NFL prospects playing dodgeball, you telling me that wouldn't give you everything you need to know about them playing in the NFL?
The freak factor, the one I talk about, you would see that on the dodgeball field. You would 100% see that. I forget which GMFB host suggested it for the Pro Bowl games, but they suggested the like human Tetris Japanese game show style game. You know what I'm talking about, where they have a wall that moves towards you and there's a hole in it. And you and two partners have to contort your bodies to fit through the hole before the wall gets to you. That's the one I want to watch. Do it by position too. Have 3 defensive ends try to maneuver their bodies to fit through an oddly shaped hole in a wall as it rushes towards them. Knocks them into a vat of jello if they miss.
Or just like Ninja Warrior, you know? Like, did you ever watch like the original Ninja Warrior?
Oh, I used to watch the original Ninja Warrior so hard.
Get some Japanese game show host commentators in there, and then just a bunch of NFL prospects going on the obstacle course.
That would be sick. Oh man, they would love that too. They would get so into it.
They would get so into that.
Wipeout. You can also do Wipeout. Man, my brother-in-law apparently auditioned for Wipeout JL and didn't tell anyone, but we've heard of this through multiple friends now. Like, but apparently it was so embarrassing that he's like, he has a tape, but he's refused to let anybody see it ever. He did not make it on the show, and that's all I want. I want that footage.
You have to get that tape.
I need it. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but like, I don't know. Maybe if I'm like dying or something, I'll like tell him like my last wish.
You can trick him. I feel like you could easily trick him. Most people aren't expecting to be tricked, especially by people they know and trust.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's start thinking of some malicious ways to trick my brother-in-law to get that Wipeout footage.
Yeah, next time you're in his home, get him to tell you where the tape is, and then we'll solve the next problem.
Dave said hashtag release the tape. Yeah, that's my goal for 2026.
Hashtag don't wipe out the wipeout.
Dave said, feel like the temp here right now is 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Ouch.
Thanks for using Fahrenheit.
Do they use Celsius in Canada? Probably. Pretty much everywhere else uses Celsius.
No idea.
What's up, Dame? Welcome in, my friend. Glad to have you here. And for everybody in here watching, if you have missed some of our game show games, we are planning on playing some pole perception this Friday, new and improved. Our friend Coop is going to join us. I'm waiting on confirmation from Joey, but he's in. He's not going to be able to resist trying to beat Jail and Coop at pole perception. And we'll see who comes out on top. It's been a minute.
You know, Simon, I visited our dear friend Tim this weekend, and I was just chatting with him about, I'm like, you know, I'm pretty soon here. I'm gonna have to reach out to Craig and get the records from the fantasy football game show so that I can put it on the website, the FYF website, so that we have like an official Hall of Record type of thing of our games. And Tim's like, oh man, you got to have it to where you can like filter by person and like the stats and stuff. You could just see like, you know, kind of like what Craig does in the chat, where you could just be like, you know, oh, JL's lost Jeopardy 42% of the time. That was generous towards me. I think I lost it way more than 42% of the time. And I'm like, I was telling him, like, as soon as those numbers get up there, the stats get up there, my energy is going to change on this show because I'm going to want to win. I'm going to have to win. If I see my numbers up there, this is affecting the score. It's like, it's about to get serious.
I was going to say also,
pissed at each other.
You're suddenly not as incentivized to get those stats up on the website as soon as Craig sends you the document. Yeah. You see it, you see the numbers, you see your number of losses. Like maybe there's some other more important things that need to go on the website first.
Look on the rankings, maybe.
Ladarius stopping by. What's up, Ladarius? Welcome in, my friend. You are just in time for some NFL Combine trivia. JL, I got 4 or 5 questions for you. I actually can't remember how many there are in there about various topics around the NFL Combine. We're going to start with something that's a little bit more player focused. See if you remember some recent Combine history. And then from there, the topics get a little off the rails at times.
Oh, buddy.
John Luke, here is your first question. Chat, you can play along with Shout Out if you're right. The official 40-yard dash record stood for 7 years before being broken by just 0.01 seconds in 2024. The man who broke it was drafted by the Chiefs and went on to have the most receiving yards by a rookie in Super Bowl history. Who is he? Is it A, Ricky Pearsall, B, Xavier Worthy, or C, Troy Franklin?
Drafted by the Chiefs is got to be Xavier Worthy.
I wanted to start a little easy for you, John Luke. Give you a warm-up question here. The other receivers don't quite make sense. They were not drafted by the Chiefs. But Xavier Worthy did, in fact, set the 40-yard dash record by 0.01 seconds in 2024. Ladarius got this one in the chat. John Luke.
Ladarius read the question.
Yeah, Ladarius read the question. Ladarius knows who's on the Chiefs.
Good job, Ladarius.
Nailed it. Yeah, I bet Ladarius gets all of them right if I had to guess. What do you think of Xavier Worthy going into this upcoming season for fantasy football? I feel like at times he was great for me this past season because I did draft a lot of Xavier Worthy, and then at times I just wanted to punt him off my roster into the sun.
I would argue that was most of the time if you drafted him this past year. The year before that, it was mostly the same. And I think it's going to be a lot of that going forward. I don't know that Xavier Worthy is going to turn into a Rashee Rice. I think he's going to be a Xavier Worthy. And I think that the best case scenario for Xavier Worthy is he starts to progress towards a Jameson Williams type of performance where it's still a little iffy. You're still not really sure if you're going to get a boom or bust type of week, but at least it's a little more consistent. Jameson Williams, it seems like second half of the season is when he turns on his consistency dial and starts actually just performing like automatic. So maybe Xavier Worthy gets to that point, but he's on the other side of that right now where it's not as consistent and it doesn't feel good to start him. I'd argue you can't even really start him.
No, it feels like his ceiling is maybe like a boomer bust wide receiver 3. Yeah. Like I don't even think we're talking in wide receiver 2 territory. I imagine they're going to further beef up that receiving core next year, probably making him even more boomer bust. I think his best weekly performance last year, let's pull it up. Yeah, it was wide receiver 16 in week 4 against Baltimore. With 17.1 points. That's his best one.
That's so bad.
Not good, my dude. And I don't even know if he had another top 24 week. He did not. He didn't have a single other top 24 week in.
He's year 2, so he's got at least a year or 2 left on his contract.
Yeah, let's see. 2024 was a little bit better, like you mentioned. He had a strong end to the season, which is why I drafted him so heavily in 2025. We're talking 16, 11, 15 over the last 3 weeks of 2024. But maybe the Chiefs offense was just broken this year. And maybe we see them return to form a little bit. And he was showing promise as a piece of that. But the dude was part of the broken offense too. So I'm not sure how much faith I got in him.
Yeah.
I'll take a flyer on him if people aren't drafting him next year. Like if he's a late round guy, he's a dude with upside. But boy, did he break a lot of that upside in my mind this year. John Luke, you are 1 for 1 so far in trivia. Absolutely nailed that one. Congratulations on knowing who the Chiefs drafted. Here is your next question. In 2005, NFL Network's Rich Eisen started a tradition that has now raised millions for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. What did he do? Ran the 40-yard dash in a suit, participated in QB drills fully nude, or C, did the bench press in a tuxedo?
I would love to see the NFL support some content like that. Some nude QB drills. They just blur out anything bad, but it's just like You just
Swivel the hips. Move the hips.
Skin
Do your
color
reads.
blur.
And he's flopping around. Instead of his tie flopping around, you see his. No, he probably still wears the tie, if I have to
All
imagine.
the coaches in the stands just watching, not doing anything but watching.
Good ball.
Good. Yeah, I like him. Let's go with ran the 40-yard dash in a suit.
Ran the 40-yard dash in a suit. That is absolutely correct. There he is lining up to run the 40 in a suit. He did it originally as a joke. I think I forget who the player was that was like egging him on. I think it was Terrell Pryor, but maybe I'm misremembering who the dude was that was originally egging him on.
Misremembering.
100% probably misremembering. That would be
just basing that off the one name you threw out. I'm gonna go ahead and say you probably missed it.
in 2005. 2005, I think is too early for Terrell Pryor to be like commenting on that.
Teenager, probably.
He's like 11 over there. 40-yard dash tradition. Let's see, who was it that originally did it?
2005, all-time NFL legend Terrell Pryor.
Oh, that's why it was Terrell Davis who he was joking around with. I had the wrong Terrell in there. Terrell Davis and him were like joking around, and so he went to do it, but it evolved into this awesome thing where they use it to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. John Luke, I found a chart of his 40-yard dash time since he started doing this in 2005. And it is shocking, the trend that he has had.
Better?
It's gotten better. His first time was a 6.77, and he's doing this in dress shoes every year as well. And overall, a downward trend. This is only up through 2020, but in 2020, he ran tied for his third best time ever. This dude is
impressive.
Getting better as he gets older.
We need his age, like in parentheses, under each year.
He's 56 now. So in 2020, he was 51. And then he was in 2005
36, 35.
Yeah, so to be faster by almost a full second in the 40-yard dash at 51 than you were at 36 is pretty damn impressive, Rich. I was respect, dude.
I could see the initial drop happening. That makes sense to me. Like, he does it as a joke to begin with. He probably doesn't do much related to that. He probably just gets in there and does it. Think it's funny. It's a one-time bit and it'll be done with. The next year, he's like, oh, shoot, I have to show up. Like, everybody's going to watch me run.
And then there's a pretty strong downward trend up until 2014. And that's where I feel like he started thinking, like, you know what? If I'm going to do this every year, I'm going to get better.
I have to train. Running.
Yeah. I got to get better at this. And 5.94 is his best time is not bad for a 40-something-year-old dude.
When does he run it? Like, when is he going to run it this year?
I don't know.
Does he do it before the combine?
I would imagine so. I would imagine he does it before the other players, but I don't know exactly when. I always see it after the fact. Like, I see the highlight of it.
Let's bring this chart back up later in the week if he does it this week or next week, and with the new times from the last few years.
Let's do it. We'll take a peek. Jail, how fast do you think you can run a 40?
I think I'd run a 40 in a little over 5 seconds, maybe 5.5.
5.5? Okay. I think I'd be closer to 6. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I ran a 6-second 40 in Canton one year in Converse, though. So you put me in some cleats, maybe take me out of jeans. I think maybe I could get it to like 5.8.
And if you don't fall on your face. As we learned back in 2020
that was in Frisco,
in Dallas at the FSGA conference where you and I did a foot race. It wasn't a 40, it was a 50, I believe.
I Daniel Jones did so hard. I babied it. My big old head got ahead of my body, and I lost my center of gravity.
Matthew Berry and everybody.
Yeah. Matthew Berry liked it.
He did like it. He did enjoy watching you lose, which I enjoyed.
If I can provide entertainment for people with my own misfortune, I'm always willing to do it.
Yeah.
Always willing to do it. Well, John Luke, you are 2 for 2 so far.
I'm unstoppable. I don't think I can get anyone wrong.
Here's your next question. In 2015, a UConn cornerback didn't just set the combine broad jump record. He set a verified world record for the human standing broad jump at 12 feet 3 inches. Drafted by the Dallas Cowboys and spending the majority of his career there, who is he? Is it A, Byron Jones, B, Marcus Peters, or C, Trayvon Diggs?
Trayvon Diggs went to Alabama, so it's not him. It's got to be Byron Jones or Marcus Peters, and I don't know between the two of them. Marcus Peters.
The more you say it, the less it sounds like a name. Marcus P. what?
Marcus Peters? I don't think so. Let's go Byron Jones.
Marcus P. Tears. Byron Jones is your final answer?
Final answer, Byron Jones.
John Luke, you are absolutely correct. This was Byron Jones who set a world record at the NFL Combine jumping the broad jump, which is freaking crazy.
In my head, I was imagining the vertical jump.
12 feet 3 inches vertically.
That's what I was picturing in my head the player was doing. I was like, wow, 12 feet seems high. That's cool. But I didn't think that much about it. I just kept moving on, like, which player?
Dude, you just couldn't throw the deep ball against that team if a player could jump 12 feet 3 inches in the air.
What?
It would look like someone threw them up to catch it every single play.
I wish humans had that ability, because that would make this game so much fun, Simon.
Yeah, I don't know how it would change. Like the absolute moon balls that you would have to throw in order to. I guess the wide receivers could jump that high as well too.
What if they were just like strategically placed trampolines on the field?
Oh, that would be so cool. Like
boing, what? Get you.
What was the basketball called that had trampolines? Do you remember where they had like strategically placed? What was that called?
We talked about it on the morning show before. I forget.
Yeah,
I forget the name of it though. It's
slam ball.
Slam ball. Yeah, the one that gets everybody hurt, but is awesome.
Oh yeah, the one that gets everybody hurt. Yeah, 100%. Suddenly, if you make people fly an extra like 10 to 15 feet in the air, you are going to add injuries. 1,000%. They didn't add any protection to their bodies, no pads, no nothing, just trampolines, baby.
As soon as we can figure out this piece of it, sports are about to get so much more fun. As soon as we can figure out how to protect the player from landing, and using their just ligaments or body to break the fall, to how we can make machines do it, lights out. Sports are about to get a lot more fun.
New bones. Someone work on it.
We
need new bones and new ligaments. Otherwise, none of this is ever going to happen. Or maybe just less of those things. I've been thinking recently, the human body was really over-engineered, man. Like there is way too much going on. I feel like they really could have simplified this whole thing, taken out a bunch of this stuff, and we could just work a little differently. Like we would have made it happen.
Mario characters if we wanted.
Come on. Like why do I have 2 kidneys and 14 ligaments in my legs? All that is stupid.
And and what's this appendix for? That little punching bag in your throat.
Dumb. Appendix and tonsils. Why are those in my body?
Yeah.
Get out of here. But Byron Jones can fly horizontally, not as much so.
It wasn't until I saw the picture of him jumping, Simon, that I was like, oh, this is broad jump.
Also, I don't think I could jump far enough that my body would have time to get back into a standing pose.
Yeah, the legs.
I was shaped like that. Like I think I would just.
He somehow before hitting the ground is able to pull those legs back underneath him and land.
There's no way. I would either absolutely shatter my ankles by slamming them into the ground, or full scorpion face slam into the ground if I
would 100% face plant. Your knees would hit the ground, Simon, and then you would just slam down.
Well, boom, like the worm, but you only go down, you don't come back up.
Yeah, it's like a worm hitting the highway.
What's up, Bobby? Welcome in, my friend. Glad to see you here. Whew. Yeah, JL, maybe we need to do our own combine one of these days. Film it and play that for people.
I just need to see.
Well, we're going to both end up in the hospital. The stream will be from the emergency room as we play the clips of us doing it.
Face bloodied and mangled.
Wouldn't be the first time I bled on this show. Wouldn't be the first time. John Luke, you are 3 for 3 so far. You said, no, it's not Marcus Peters. You've gotten him 100% correct. Here's your next question. And I believe this is the last question of today's show. Which famous quarterback's shirtless body is shown in the photo below, taken at the NFL Combine? Is this Phillip Rivers? Is this Eli Manning? Or is this Tom Brady?
This picture seems so much more suspicious when the head is taken out for some reason. It's such a weird photo without the context. You can see his little dangler there. It's just it's a lot going on.
Don't say little dangler.
There's a lot going on. Is this Tom Brady? It's Eli Manning or Phillip Rivers, you psycho. This
is one of the most famous photos ever to come out of the NFL Combine. This is the greatest quarterback of all time. This is what a GOAT looks like.
His little dangler.
This is Tom Brady's body, freshly out of college, going into the NFL with his little dangler poking out right there.
What is that backdrop? This is like a school photo?
I think so. I've never seen another player's photo like this. Like it makes it seem like they only took this of Tom Brady.
This is like an Eric Andre skit. What's happening?
Like, how come I've never seen this photo of Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson? Like, I
Yeah.
bet Lamar Jackson's is hot. How come I've only
When did
seen
they
Tom
take their
Brady's?
when did they get into their underwear now and take a picture in front of the easel board?
Maybe he just assumed, like, maybe like whenever I went in
You're
for
like, no,
like
no,
an
Tom,
abdomen,
put your
I
clothes
went
back
in for
on.
an abdomen scan and they told me to take my pants off, and I took my underpants off as well. And they're like, no, you could have kept your underpants on. Like, maybe they just like, Tom, we need to take a headshot. And he was like, okay, 1 second. And just started stripping.
They turn around like, Tom, what are you doing? You told me you wanted a headshot.
What are the numbers below there?
I don't know.
6043211.
Passing yards. And
6,043 passing yards in his senior year at Michigan.
I was thinking the whole time.
Oh yeah, that could be true. Ladarius in here got that one right with C. Bobby got that one right with C. You know your nips, guys.
Yeah,
you know
your lower abs.
You know your nips. Everyone, I hope you're excited for the combine this year. Watch out for Rich Eisen breaking his score, not doing quarterback
That was a hell of a game
nude.
of trivia, Simon.
And look for Tom Brady's biggest competition body wise. I wonder which quarterbacks. I want to see what Mendoza looks like with his shirt off and his underpants. Has he got that same dad bod rocking? Has he got that little dangler poking out? If so, we might have another goat on our hands. We don't want too many abs in our 23-year-olds.
No, qualities of a goat. Dad bod, little dangler.
God, this could be clipped into some horrible context for us. But you know what? Tom Brady, props, man.
You know how many times I've seen that picture? I've never once thought, when do they take that now? Until this show.
But I don't want to go like Google like NFL players combine underpants photos. Like I'm gonna Google
the purpose of that so that the coaches could see what they got under the hood.
100%.
They're like, you know what? The pads are not, they're obscuring their information. Let's get
what we didn't see is the one where we had to turn around and bend over. See how far it dangles, see that shot from behind. Okay. Welcome to the team, Brady.
You're in. Shake my head.
Whew. John Luke, I hope that got you hyped, a little bit excited for the NFL Combine coming up this week.
I'm incredible. I'm going to carry that energy with me the rest of the day.
Absolutely killed it. Pay attention to the Combine this week because we might do some more trivia about the new prospects next week to start getting familiar with these rookies. Anything before we leave for today, John Luke, Mr. 4 for 4 trivia, Mr. King of the Castle, Mr. Tom Brady's nip knower?
Nope. I want that picture framed, and I'm going to put it up right next to my computer so that I can look at it every time we're streaming, Simon.
Without the head.
Without the head.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll be back tomorrow and every day this week playing games, talking ball, and doing some trivia. Until we're back, see you on another time.
Arrivederci.